Going on? This is 83 Finance. I'm your host, Dedrick Evans. Some people call me D. It's up to you. Now, this video, we're going over the financial blueprint. I don't know if you watched the intro video, but in the intro video, I mentioned a blueprint that we'll base everything off of. And in this video, I want to go in depth with that blueprint. So, and starting off the video, I want to say this video is for the people that don't know what they want to do financially, or they don't even know why they're going to work besides paying bills or just feeding the kids. Those are obvious answers. When you ask somebody, hey, why do you get up and go to work in the morning? Those are obvious answers. But we're working to obtain financial freedom. That's the answer. We're working to obtain financial freedom, right? So the blueprint that I structure my finances on, it goes in steps. Okay, let me get my mindset right. Income, um, budgeting, life insurance, saving, credit, and then investing, right? And so going in depth with it. First, the mindset. Let me get the words can't or wait or if. I'm gonna get those words out. If I want something, I'm gonna visualize what I want. I'm gonna make a plan to get it, and then we're gonna execute. That's it. That's it. I'm gonna follow I don't care if I got 10 steps to reach one goal. As long as I follow those 10 steps, I'm getting there. I'm getting closer and closer to my goals. And then let me get rid of the emotional connection to money, right? Money is a tool. That's all it is. It's going to help me obtain the things to get me closer to financial freedom. There is no emotional connection, and they print it every day. It's out there. You just got to go get it. That's the mindset we need to have on money. And then once I get my mindset right, let me go into the income step. Income, because of course we need to make money, right? You got to make money. And when you're making money, just know you're making money to operate your life. That's it. You want to operate your life with your income. So, of course, I always say you should pursue a career that you like. But of course, you might have to sacrifice for the time being because you don't want to drag going to work. That's just me. Wise man once said, a man who enjoys his job never has to work a day in his life. I'm just saying, man. Then once you find that career, you can making money, try to come up with a second stream of income. However you got to do it, do it. Even if you got an Uber on your off days or whatever, that's something. It's something. Some people not doing that. A lot of people not doing that. It's smart. You might have to sacrifice a lot of time, but until you get to that point where you don't have to sacrifice time for money, you good. You good. So we get our mindset right, and then we get our income right. We bringing in multiple streams of income. If you got one, that's cool, but you want to create some security. That's it. That's why you want to create multiple streams of income, because when one of them fails, you have another one to rely on. And you just got different money coming in. All right, so we got our income coming in. Now we need to learn how to budget that money. Don't matter how much money you have. If you don't know how to manage your money, you'll burn through it. That's it. You hear of pro ballers and celebrities going broke all the time. That's because they didn't know how to manage their money. They blew that money. As soon as you get some money, you spend it on this, you spend it on that. No, you need to come up with a budget. All right, these are all my expenses: my rent, my car note, insurance, all that stuff. Not food, eating out, not shoes, not all that stuff. Bills, things that you use to operate your life. I got my expenses, and then I got the income, all the money I make. Okay, that's called a cash flow statement. This is your cash flow statement. I got my expense, and then I got my income. I know where the money's coming in at, and I know where it's going at, right? Well, you need income on this side and then expense on this side, expenses. So I know where all my money's coming in at. I know how much I'm making, and I know where it's going. I know how much I'm spending. And then after that, all you gotta do is live below your means. Live below your means for however long you can. Do that. Track where your money is going. Stay within your budget, because those are the main reasons people go broke. Either they don't have a budget, which is dangerous. You need to know where your money is coming in at and where it's going. Either they don't have a budget, they're spending outside of the budget, living beyond their means, or they're just not making enough, which is why you need multiple streams of income. So, we learn how to budget our money, right? Now we need to get some life insurance. You need to put some life insurance inside of that budget. This is going to create security for your family and maybe even create long-term wealth for when you leave. Sadly, we all have to leave at some point. Why not ease that grief by creating some security for your family? So if you support a family with your income, when you leave, that's another source of income that's gone, and now they're going to struggle. They already have to grieve because they lost you. Why not ease that pain by creating security? When you have life insurance, you're signing a contract with a company, basically saying, okay, when I leave here, I'm paying you this much per month. So when I leave here, I have this beneficiary. So if you're married or you have kids, one of those people will be your beneficiary. So when you pass away, they get that lump sum of money, right? Paid off to them. And you have two different types. You have whole life, you have term life. Basically, term life is significantly cheaper, and you're paying that for a couple years at a time. Now, whole life, you're paying that. As long as you pay that every month, as long as you pay that every month, until you're 100 years old, it'll never change. The price will never change. Term life changes. But whole life has a cash value. So the more money you put into it, it builds up to a cash value, and then you can borrow against it. I don't want to get too much in depth with it. But get you some life insurance, right? Do some legwork. Do your research and find out which life policy is best for you and your needs, right? And you want to make sure whatever you leave your family, it's enough to cover all the expenses and then some. All right. So we get our mind right about money, get our viewpoint right, and then we get our income, we get our money coming in, we learn how to budget, we get us some life insurance. Now you want to save. Now it's time to save some money. And what are we saving for? You want to build an emergency fund. And it still sounds cliche, but it's legitimate, man. You want to build an emergency fund. So remember those expenses we were talking about? You got the expenses, you know what you're spending per month, and you know what you're making per month. Now you want to build that emergency fund so you can have at least 3 months worth of expenses. So if you spend $2,000 a month, but you make $6,000 a month, I'm talking about the $2,000. Whatever you spend on your expenses per month, you want to save at least 3 times that in a savings account or a high yield savings account. That'd be good. So if you spend $2,000 a month, you want to have at least $6,000 in a high yield savings account or a regular savings account, whichever is more convenient for you. And that's to create security. It's to create a financial blanket, a security blanket. So in case a pandemic happens or you get laid off from your job, you get hurt, you get in an accident, you have a car repair that you got to handle, all that good stuff is covered. Now I can go back to this savings account because I have 3 months worth of expenses saved up. Now they say 3 to 6 months. The more the merrier, but at least 3. And this is to protect you from any bad thing that may happen. And in life, when you're an adult, something's going to happen. So it's good. Okay. And how do you save up to have at least 3 months? Well, you want to set a goal. Okay, each month or each week, I'm going to put aside $100. And I'm going to do that until I reach 3 months worth of expenses. It's up to you to set this goal. This is just to give you an idea, right? All right? So now when you get your emergency fund, and while you're doing that, now you can start working on your credit. You start working on your credit, right? We get our mind right. We change our viewpoint, right? And we change the way we view money. Then we get our money coming in, hopefully multiple streams of income, right? Then we learn how to budget that money. We know where it's coming in at. We know where it's going, right? Then we get our life insurance. We get our life insurance to create security, and then we save up and build that emergency fund. And now we can start working on our credit. You can start it. Like I said, you don't have to do this in order. This is just to give you an idea. Now we have credit. Now with that credit, this is undervalued to a lot of people. Credit is going to help you when it comes to getting a home or getting a car. Okay? So credit is just a measure of worthiness to lenders. That's it. When they see you, they're going to see your credit profile, your credit history, and then they'll see a number. A lot of people think it's just about the number. You can have an 800 credit score, but if your credit profile isn't really good, they can care less. I'm stuttering, my bad. You can have an 800, but if that credit profile isn't right, they could care less about that number. So you can have a good number, but you need to have a good credit profile too. So you need to have at least 2 credit cards. You need to have a long-term installment and a short-term installment. At least that, right? You want to pay your bills on time. So whatever credit card you get, pay that off right in time. If you spend $100, you need to pay off that $100 by the due date on that credit card. You need to pay your car loan, your car note. You need to pay that on time. You need to pay your mortgage on time, right? Because when you pay your bills on time, that's 35% of your credit score right there. 30% is your utilization. 15% is your credit mix. Another 15% is your credit age. And then the last 10% is inquiries, hard inquiries. Okay? And I'm going to drop the link. I'm going to drop the link and put my ebook in there because I have a financial literacy guidebook that'll teach you more about credit. I don't want to put everything in the video and crowd your mind, but get your credit right for sure. All right, once we get our credit right, now we can start investing. All right, you need to have at least a retirement account. Now you have 401ks and you have IRAs, which are individual retirement accounts. I am a self-employed person, so I don't have benefits. There is some type of 401k, I think, for self-employed people, but for the most part, you're going to do an IRA. All right? So if you work for a company, most of them offer 401ks. Now, a 401k, what that is, it's a retirement account. You put money, a certain amount comes out of your check. And a company might say, okay, for every dollar you put in there, we're going to put a percentage in there. And you got, I think FedEx or UPS, one of them, for every dollar you put in, they put $1 in there. So if you put $50 a month in your 401k, they'll put $50 a month in there. With an IRA, you don't get that. You don't get that. You got to put money in there. But with both accounts, a 401k and an IRA, they put a limit on it. Hey, you can't put over this amount in this account. That's it. So that's kind of, and then when you do the right, like I said, you need at least a retirement account. I'm sorry, bro, I stutter sometimes. My mind be wondering. Like I said, when it comes to investing, you need to at least have a retirement account. One day you're going to get old, and you're going to wish you did it sooner. So it's good to have a retirement account. So when you do get old and you can't work no more, hey, I saved this money for over 30, 40, 20 years, whatever. I got this money. I can sit back, enjoy my life. I got money right here. All right, so you need to at least have a retirement account. And then now you can start getting into stocks. I love stocks. Stocks are my favorite thing to talk about, and I definitely will do a video on that. Then you can get into stocks. You can get into ETFs, which are a group of stocks. Then you can get into, mutual funds. I don't do mutual funds, but that's cool. You can get into real estate. You can get into gold, crypto, whatever. Get you some assets, man. So we're going to get our mind right, right? We're going to change the way we think for the better. And then we're going to get rid of the emotional connection to money and realize it's just a tool to get us closer to financial freedom. Then after we get our mind right, now we can start, okay, let me get this money rolling in, hopefully multiple streams of income. After we do that, now we're going to create a budget. These are my expenses. This is what I'm bringing in each month. This is my income. So I know where my money is going. I know what's coming in at, all that good stuff. We get our budget. Now we can get some life insurance. Let me get this life insurance policy. Let me go ahead and lock in some security for my family so the day I leave here, they'll have some money. Then we're going to start saving for an emergency fund. Okay? We're going to save. I don't care if it take a year. I don't care if it takes 6 months. We're going to save. We're going to set a goal. We're going to save this amount out of each check until we reach 3 months, at least 3 months worth of income. If expenses, my bad. At least 3 months worth of expenses. So after we save, now let's start working on this credit. We're going to get this credit right. We're going to build our credit. So whenever we apply for that loan to get a house or to get a car, we're good. We got a good credit profile. And then we get that credit right. Now we can start investing, right? Start investing. And, I got this retirement account. I got this growth account, which is stocks, mutual funds, ETFs, whatever. And I got this, that, and the third. But at least having a retirement account. So if you never had a financial blueprint or you never knew what to do, now you have one. Now you have one. And that was the whole point of the video. So we good now. You should have some type of idea what to do with your money. Get your mind right. Get some money coming in, multiple streams of income. Learn how to budget. Set your budget. Get you some life insurance. Save up until you build that emergency fund. Work on your credit. Invest. At least have a retirement account. That's a blueprint, man. Like I said, of course, we're going to keep it rolling. New video every week. And we got the social media pages. 83 Finance on Instagram and TikTok. And soon to be Twitter or X. Stay tuned, man. Stay blessed. And I hope this video gave you some type of idea of what to do with your money. I hope it gave you some type of idea of where to go financially. So thank you for watching. Even though I stuttered a little bit, I appreciate you. Stay blessed, man.